Guys, literally, I just got back from a client. This is my face. This is what my makeup looks like after, what time is it? It's 3 p.m. I did my makeup at 6 a.m. Can we get closer? And then I tell you what foundation I've used. Closer, 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 closer. Let's analyze the makeup. Okay, so you can tell that it has definitely creased under the eyes a little bit, but not crazy. Considering that, you know, I was running around like a crazy person from one client to another, I think that this makeup did really well. Now, you can see a huge difference between my face and my neck is because this morning also I have self-tanned because tomorrow I have a press trip and it's in the south of France and I'm, you know, I just feel cuter if I have self-tan on. This is what I typically do midday. I just take a clean brush and I will remove a little bit of the creasing. You know what? The creasing is not as bad. Like I had much worse. The foundation that I was using today, the foundation that stays the best on my skin. It does everything that I love for personal needs. It's different when you're a makeup artist and you need a foundation in your makeup kit. And it's different for me personally. And it's this one. So this is the Nars. I was using the shade Vienna. This is Fiji. It's the only one that I have in the studio. This is what the foundation looks like on my skin after, how many hours? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's already been 9 hours? Stop. Yeah, guys, I had my first client at 7 a.m. this morning. It's true that I was setting my makeup with the On Til Dawn because I knew it was going to be a long day today. So I did a little bit of spritz of On Til Dawn, just like psh, psh, right? To make sure that it lasts. But this is what I have on my skin. Why do I like this foundation? Like I said, long lasting, really, really weightless formula. I don't feel this foundation on my skin. I use less powder, which is great because, you know, powder can be a little bit drying sometimes. I love that it's a little bit blurring all of the pores that I have on the skin, like here. I feel like they look a lot better. Do you see here how it's like a little bit, it faded? I mean, listen, I ate, I spent a little bit of time with my son in between clients, but overall, don't you guys think that this looks so nice? I love the skin. I think the skin is like the most important thing. It's what makes you look younger, fresher, healthier. That being said, let's take this off on camera. I want you to see what my skin looks like when I take my foundation off. And I'm going to use micellar water, which is something that I don't normally use to take my makeup off. But it's going to be a lot easier for me. Okay. And I'm going to compare it with the other side. We're going to test a lot of foundations today. Yeah, you can tell. You can absolutely tell the difference. Foundation. No foundation. I'm going to use a little bit of this Rhode glazing milk. Now, this is the reality about makeup. So if I have done my skincare routine, like let's just say a few hours ago, I'm not going to reapply if I'm doing my makeup later. Right? I just do a little bit of this glazing milk because it's really light and it doesn't interfere with any of the makeup. So just to show you how this product glides on your skin, can you get closer? And I'm going to show you the brushes that work with this product. This is not a thicker version, but as you can see, it's not very liquidy. You see how like it does not move from my hand. So it has more viscosity, it has more substance to it, right? Because of that, you want to use it with a brush that is more dense. Something like this, something like this. It's not too airy, right? When you touch it, it's like pretty rigid. It just works better. Or this. Look at this foundation. Do you understand why I like this so much? So beautiful, so blurring, so camera ready, so long lasting. Just it has everything I need for my lifestyle. Is this looking like nothing on the skin? No, this looks like foundation. I'm not going to lie. If you come close, but like at this sort of distance, it really looks beautiful. And like I said, blurring. I wanted you to see really what it looks like when you apply it, not just what it looks like after, 9 hours, right? So And obviously I had concealer, I had powder, I had like everything on my face, right? But look, this is what this new foundation looks like. Natural matte Longwear foundation. Let's get to the next one. A few more drops of the glazing milk from Rhode, just a little bit. The next foundation is going to be one that I've talked about a lot on my Instagram. And here's the thing, I did a partnership with the brand and a lot of you were like, is this actually working? I hate that you guys doubt the makeup that I recommend because I am so picky. If something doesn't work for me, I won't talk about it. It has to be something that I like. Or I will say this product is great for my makeup kit or it's great for mature skin. Like I will say if it's not for me, I can see who can benefit a product. But this actually is a product that I love for myself. And Dcypher is a brand that will create your custom foundation. How? You go on their website, you upload a picture of yourself in daylight with no makeup on, and you answer a few simple questions such as, how's your skin type, combination dry, oily, so on and so forth. How do you like your coverage to be? Medium, sheer, whatever. How do you like your finish to be? Natural, matte, radiant. And then based on that picture, so that's why it's super important where you take that picture. Based on that picture, they will send you your perfect shade. And this is what they sent me. This is the foundation. I have no idea why I did 2 drops because I only want to apply it on one side of the face. Same as the previous foundation. Do you see how it's like, it's not liquidy, so it has more viscosity. It's a foundation that definitely has medium coverage. That's because that's how I wanted. And I wanted something that has natural finish. So same type of brush, a little bit more dense. Look at this perfect color. Like I am obsessed with the shade match. Now I typically go warmer with my foundation because I wear self-tan. And as you can see, the self-tan is always slightly warmer. Now this is not my shade for when I'm tanned like this, right? But guys, come on. It's exactly my skin color. And a lot of you said, but Andrea, it's not the only thing that matters. Like just the fact that a foundation is a good match, that's not it. I agree. That's not it. But this foundation has so much more than just the perfect shade. However, I wanted to recommend you this foundation in particular for those of you who cannot find your perfect shade. If it's been years since you've been trying to get the perfect foundation shade, this is definitely for you. So it's not just because of the color, but that is, I think, its strength. Like the most amazing thing about this foundation, right, is the fact that they can send you your perfect shade. And then what is it that you would not like about this foundation? Look, it's beautiful, it's radiant, it's very long lasting. It has a really good longevity. It's like a reliable foundation. I strongly, with like my heart open, recommend this to all of my friends, everyone who's asking me like, I don't know, the shade, I have a hard time when I go to Sephora, the lights, I try it on the back of my hand, I don't know, do I test here, do I test here? Because the AI that they're using to get you the perfect shade for you, they're not taking one color from your face. And you know, we're usually darker on the forehead, a little bit lighter and more rosy on the cheeks. Like they're not taking just one portion of your face, right? They look at the majority of color that you have on your face. They do this perfect mix and they send it to you, and it comes so quickly at your doorstep. So I find this mind-blowing. I think a lot more brands will start to do that. Guys, how beautiful is this? No foundation. And this is just one layer. I could obviously make it even more coverage if I wanted to. It's almost like you choose your own formula, right? I chose my own formula and I love it. There's nothing not to love about this. Third foundation I wanted to talk about is going to be the new Clarins Double Serum Foundation. This is color and serum. It's a very, very interesting foundation. Something that I've personally never tested before. When you push on the pump, you have both of the products coming, and then you mixed it, and then it's slightly warmer, which honestly now it suits me because self-tan. Same, it's not very liquidy. So whenever a foundation is not too liquidy, I already know that it has good coverage, which is something that I personally like for my lifestyle, for where I am in life right now with my skin. Because, you know, we have preferences depending on the age, even the menstrual cycle. I feel like I want different things throughout the month. Now I'm going to take this brush, which is not too dense. Okay, so this one is from Merit. And I would say this is, out of the 3 foundations that I was talking about, this is the most sheer. Like, it has the least amount of coverage. But that does not mean that it's not still incredibly beautiful. This is very skin-like. With this foundation, I don't look like I'm wearing foundation. 100%, I can tell you. With the other 2 foundations, yes, she's wearing foundation, but she has flawless skin. With this foundation, it looks like, oh, she's got good skin. But you can still see, like, I have, you know, a little redness right here. You can see all my sunspots. More like a light coverage that can be built. Let's try to build it. I'm going to take a little bit more on the brush. I'm very sorry about the noise. I'm so sorry about the noise. One day I will live in a house, and it's going to be so quiet that I'm going to hear my own thoughts. I'm going to stipple it just so I can show you how beautiful it looks in 2 layers. Very, very radiant. Very radiant. I didn't apply it on the forehead. Let me apply a little bit on the forehead. The color I'm using is L6N. So it's probably light 6 neutral. Because it's a neutral color that I'm using. Although you saw it's a little bit warm still. Foundation. No foundation. This is the type of foundation that I would apply in 1 layer to go to the gym. You know, like, I am that type of person that now I can wear even a full face of makeup at the gym. 10 years ago, I would judge everyone that would wear makeup at the gym. And what made me change my mind is just my lifestyle. If I don't do my makeup before I leave the house, I have no time. I'm not going to grab all my makeup to do my makeup at the gym. Absolutely not. There is no time for that. I'd rather wake up at 5:30 or 6, do my makeup in peace, go to the gym, start the day. You know what I mean? Besides that, my son tells me every morning, "Mom, are you wearing makeup?" I've created a monster. He loves makeup on me. What can I tell you guys? You saw all of the foundations. How can I not like all of these 3 foundations? I like them for different reasons. And you know what? These are all working perfectly fine for me. I have preferences. Like I said, you know, long days, I'm going to use something more matte, more long lasting. But this, I'm sorry, this is exceptional as well. Like, this is truly beautiful if you're, especially if you have, I would say, dry, mature, even for combination skin, I would still recommend this. It's so beautiful. Like, it doesn't set all the way, but it's not that type of foundation that, you know, you touch it and you see the print of your finger on the skin. It doesn't have that type of, you know, finish and texture. It's so beautiful, and it's infused with skincare benefits, which I think it's a plus for this foundation. Clarins, I think you did a great job with this one. Next is a very good one for me again, but also for my makeup kit. So Dior sent me lab samples for their new Forever foundation. They're reformulating it. A lot of brands are reformulating their foundations because there is an ingredient that they're using that's going to be banned starting with 2027. And, you know, everybody is starting early to, you know, change their formula. And I bet you they knew about this a while ago because it's taking some time to reformulate something, you know, to see if it works in the same packaging or like they need to do a lot of tests. Anyway, this was sent to me as lab samples, and I have a glow finish and a matte finish. Both of them are in the same shade in 2 neutral. Okay, I have to tell you, I love both of these. As you can see immediately, this is a lot more liquidy as soon as I've applied it on the back of my hand, which tells you about the consistency, that it's more of that lighter, more elastic sort of a formula, right? And you could still use it with a brush like this or something like this. I really love this foundation brush from Fenty. So I'm going to load my brush. What I like about this foundation is this more matte finish. But again, just like with the Nars, it's not like a drying, taking the life out of your skin type of matte. No, it's like a beautiful, really, really beautiful matte that is blurring, that is very soft. I would say it's similar with Nars, I'm not going to lie. Another thing that I like about this foundation is that it sets. And you guys, it's so long lasting. You've applied this and you're going to have it for the rest of the day intact. And as you can see, it's matte, but you see there's a natural radiance on the skin that you still have. And I am normally a little bit more dry here. Also, I need to shave my face. I know it's a very weird thing to say, but I do shave my face. Like every, 2, 3 months, 4 months, whatever. Whenever I feel like I'm starting to see the little fuzzy hairs, that's when I'm kind of like, okay, it's due. Gorgeous. Also, the color, guys, too neutral. If most of the foundation shades that I use suit your skin, get the too neutral. It's really, really nice. This is a very, very good foundation. On the other side, let me show you the glowy one. But before I show you the glowy one, do you see how immediately the foundation turned matte on the back of my hand? Because maybe here you cannot tell as much, but it's like smoothing matte. Really nice type of matte. Okay, let's do the glowy one. Same, it's more liquidy, more elastic. I'm going to go like this so you can see. You can totally see the difference of the glowy and the matte. Depends on your needs and your preferences, but I find that I love both, and if I had to choose, I would just get them both. Yeah, this is really nice. Same, I've used slightly more dense brush. This is from Dolce Gabanna. It's their foundation brush. It's the type of foundation that, again, it does not set all the way, but still has this beautiful glowy finish. Again, it's not a foundation that sets all the way. However, what I like about it is that if you touch your skin, you don't see the print of your finger. Like it's not, it doesn't come off immediately. I like this foundation a lot, a lot, a lot. Just like, I cannot choose which one of these foundations is like the best of the best. So yeah, I think that if you love the old Forever formula from Dior, and if you are worrying that maybe this new formula is just not everything you wanted, I think you shouldn't worry, because this is really beautiful. It's that same but better in a way, right? And now, the Hermes of the foundation, literally Hermes, because they just launched foundation. And I'll tell you a funny story. I got an appointment at Hermes. How crazy is that, right? Just like that. Lucky, pure luck. And I was asking, for a Kota bag, and they offered it to me. But then they were like, oh, would you like to see anything else? Maybe like, we have our prêt-à-porter. And I was like, I'm not gonna buy any prêt-à-porter. Like, what are you talking about? In my head, right? But then she's like, and we have the new foundation. Like, yes, show me the foundation, show me the makeup. So I went to the makeup, and guys, I bought the foundation, I got the primer, I got the brush, and I also got the little palette that I cannot for the life of me remember where I've put it, but it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And literally 2 days later, guys, I get an email from Hermes, and they're like, hey, we would like to invite you to test our new foundation. We're doing a little event just for makeup artists in Paris. We're waiting for you at this address on this day. And I was like, damn it. Because this is not cheap, guys. It's not cheap. However, let's apply it. I also got the primer because I really wanted to check what the primer is like. So this is supposed to hydrate. It evens out and smoothes the skin texture. And it has a very, very light texture. It's not like your typical primer texture. It's very light. Creates like a beautiful surface of the skin. I think I need a little bit more. And what's really great about these foundations is that they're packed with like skincare ingredients. I don't know why I've applied this all over the face because I only plan to apply the foundation on one side. Now, I've been to their headquarters and I'm going to add some images here. It was so beautiful. I got to test this foundation in natural daylight. There was this in this beautiful building at the 6th floor. Gorgeous. So I can tell you that this foundation looks impeccable already in daylight. And this color is it's a really, really good color for me that doesn't look like foundation, especially in daylight, which, you know, it's really important because not all foundations look good in daylight. The shade I have is 27N. You see how it holds its shape? A little bit starts to like run. It's not too liquidy. It's not too dense. It's somewhere in between. Of course, I got the brush. Look at this brush. This is a piece of art. I wish I could buy like 10 of these. Exceptional brush. Of course, you're going to think that it's too light for me because of my neck. Ah! Why did I self-tan today? I knew I was going to film this foundation video. I don't know what I was thinking. No, I had to do it because of my trip tomorrow. Look how gorgeous. What a beautiful light formula. I don't know what I like more, the formula or the brush. Both. No, both. Honestly, both are looking absolutely, feeling and looking great. Tough choice. I mean, good luck, guys, making your choice because this is also exceptional. I would say this is even lighter than Clarins in terms of consistency. So this is foundation, no foundation. So beautiful, so radiant. I think that the base really helps. Like it really helps to smooth the skin. Every time I've used this foundation, I kind of found myself wanting to use the base underneath. Like I can see how it blurs the skin, that base. Oh my God, this is really gorgeous. Let me tell you a little bit more about the formula. From what I can tell, this is more of a lightweight, very skin-like foundation. It has coverage, which to be honest, when I heard that Hermes is doing foundation, I was thinking, oh my God, is this going to be a real foundation or it's going to be a skin tint? Because I love a real foundation. I like a skin tint. There's time and a place for that. But for every day, I like a lot to wear foundation that, you know, gives me that beautiful skin. And I was very surprised when I've put it on my skin to see that, wow, this really has beautiful coverage. It has longevity. So I've been wearing this quite enough now to tell you that it's long lasting, not as long lasting as, for example, as Dior and Nars are very long lasting. This will start to sort of disappear from my chin after a few hours. It will melt a little bit. This foundation, however, it's packed with skincare. So as you wear it, it's like you're wearing something that is good for your skin. And I know that it's super important, especially for those of you who wear foundation every day. So if you're looking for something that is definitely, you know, luxurious and something that is luminous, something that is very inclusive, because check out the shades, you will see that it has really good range. I think you're going to love it. And if you're getting the foundation, please get the brush so you feel the whole experience because it's truly, truly impeccable. I have been taking my makeup off and rubbing it with a cotton pad, what, like 6 times so far, 5 times? Do you see how my skin is not sensitive? Like I'm so grateful because this is something that you either have it or you don't, you know? And I don't have sensitive skin, which is, thank you, God, else I couldn't have done the job I do. I have no idea how much I test. I'm like a white mouse. Okay, take me further away. We need drums. And that is because I know that a lot of you are very interested in this foundation. This is Le Skin from m.ph. m.ph is the brand created by Mary Phillips. Fantastic celebrity makeup artist, mostly known for doing makeup for Kendall Jenner, Kim Kardashian, like, you know, all the beautiful girls. And I'm going to test her foundation that I bought myself when I was in New York. Now, as soon as I have applied it, you can see that this is very liquidy. Now, what does that tell you? It has less pigment, more elasticity, like, you know, this type of foundation that you can stretch it to the max. Now, here's the thing. I bought the brush, but it's somewhere in my makeup kit. I like the brush a lot. However, I am going to use this similar one from Chanel. Her brush has pretty much the same shape and I would say thickness as this. I was very surprised at first. Okay, why would you use a brush like this for a product that is this runny? But it makes sense for, especially for her approach and for her technique, because she's doing a lot of like underpainting technique. Now, usually with Mary Phillips, she will apply the contour underneath the foundation, and then with the foundation brush, she kind of like feather it out. I don't know how much you're able to see in the video, but this is very skin-like. So this is the type of foundation that, is she wearing her foundation? She might not, because it's very, very, very skin-like. Incredibly glowy and very like stretchy. It never really sets. Like I can do this all day long. It's not like, it's just not going to set. Very pleasant on the skin, feels like nothing. Has minimum coverage, I would say, but still gives you that beautiful sort of even out skin. But it's more of a skin tint. Like if you're asking me, it's like a little skin tint, a pinch more coverage than a skin tint. But I'm not saying this in a like a negative way. It's a beautiful, lightweight, light coverage foundation with a absolute stunning finish. Who is this for? People who have perfect skin and they're looking to enhance. People who have very like minimal imperfections and they're looking again to just improve. Dry, mature skin. I think mature skin is going to be like really, really loving this foundation, especially if, like I said, like if you're looking for something that doesn't have a lot of coverage. I've worn this foundation and it's like, its strength, it's not longevity, 100%. Like if you're looking for a foundation that you would wear, you know, when do you do your makeup? Maybe you do makeup like 7 in the morning and you want to have it beautiful to have drinks with the colleagues or friends after work. I don't know if this is going to like last you that long. It definitely doesn't last very well on me. I have combination skin, and unless I apply like 2 or 3 layers of this is not going to last on me. I don't see the point of applying 2 or 3 layers of this. I'd rather apply 1 layer of, you know, something that has more coverage, because pigment and coverage in a foundation is also what helps a foundation be a little bit more long lasting, not just the formula, right? The formula obviously helps the most, but also more pigment kind of adds to that longevity. I would say in between the Clarins formula and this formula, this has even less coverage than the Clarins, but there's something so beautiful about this formula. I cannot even put my finger on it, because all of these products that I was talking about, they're all beautiful in their own way. It's like your skin, but in the best possible state. It's like you had a facial and now your skin is glowy and lifted. I truly, truly love it. Love it. All the foundations I've kind of tested with the same thing underneath with this Rhode, except for Hermes, which I've tested with this with its own kind of like primer. My only regret, I would say, about this foundation is that I didn't buy more. Like, oh, by the way, my shade is light 70W. This is my only regret, because I would have loved to have this foundation in my makeup kit. I would have loved to have this a little bit darker, you know, for summer. In summer, when you still want your skin to show because, you know, you get a little bit of tan, you're like kind of feeling yourself. If you don't live in the US, if you're in Europe, and if you're looking to get something similar with this, I would say the product that like really resembles in terms of like the coverage and the consistency and this beautiful radiance, it would be the Clarins. So Clarins in this, they're pretty similar, I would say. Just in the way they look. I don't know, I didn't look at the ingredients, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that. A lot of you asked me the difference between this and Victoria Beckham Beauty Foundation. Guys, Victoria Beckham Beauty Foundation has a lot more coverage than this. A lot more coverage. And it's also, I find it's more glowy. The last foundation that I wanted to show you, it's not something that just came out. This is probably on the market for a very long time, but I've just bought it probably at the beginning of January, and I was wearing it a lot, and I showed you guys on my Instagram stories what it looks like. And this is what I call like a high performing foundation, because this is like a real foundation with a lot of coverage. For those of you who are looking for that, you know, flawless looking skin, it will show that you have foundation on. Do you care? I don't know. I don't. It looks like this, so it's not like ideal packaging in a way, right? However, I think this is really smart, because when I see a foundation like this, I'm like, oh, this is like a tinted moisturizer. And I literally apply it in the morning as if it's my moisturizer. I usually take the product from the cap. We all do that, right? I'm not the only one. And then I dot it like this. Ah, no, we're not gonna do it on this side, because I want you to see the difference. I literally apply this with my fingers, but I'm not going to apply it with my fingers because it wouldn't be right, because everything else I've applied it with a brush. Give me 1 second. I really like this brush from Merit. Okay, let me show you. This is from a brand called Suqqu, and it's the foundation. It's called The Foundation because I think they have a couple. And guys, you don't understand. You don't understand. This foundation, this won't budge. Like, this is so good, so good. So obviously I stretched it to the max, but this can be, wow, like a flawless. Very expensive. I don't know. I think I've paid like... Callie, do you remember how much we paid for this foundation from Suku? We were together at Le Bon Marché. No, it was more. Was it 60? So when you stipple it like that, man, it's really nice. And you know what I really liked about this foundation? The shade. I was like, wow, I got my perfect shade. It's a little bit slightly more warm than my natural color. But because I like to self-tan, right? And this is the self-tan right after I've applied it, which means that once I take a shower, it's not going to be as intense and as you see it. I know that now it looks like really crazy. I hope you guys don't judge. I'm just a girl. It's like 89. 89. I knew. It's like almost 100. It's not cheap. What? It's so good. Sometimes when I'm in a rush, I just take this. I apply it with my fingers. If you see me in the morning how I get ready, sometimes you'd be like, is she really a makeup artist? This glow, it's so long lasting. It's like it will set on your skin. I like it a lot. Okay guys, I just stayed with that last foundation on because I have to do someone's makeup for Louis Vuitton dinner. It's the last day of Fashion Week in Paris. And listen, if you like my personality, and here I am selling myself, if you like my personality, if you want to see what I do more on a daily basis, follow me on Instagram or TikTok. It's so much easier for me to post stories there and just like show you my day-to-day stuff. Okay, I've applied a little bit of this. Now it's pretty intense. This is from Chanel. It's in the shade 192 Coral Pink. It's pretty intense, but when you apply it with a brush like this, feathering it out, it's very natural looking, right? And on my cheeks, I have Dior Bronzer. I have also applied a little bit of this blush. This is from Glossier. There's something really nice with this blush, this color in particular. Let me add a little bit more. I was just the type of person that would not really wear makeup when going to clients until I realized that I need makeup. Just like, I need makeup for anything these days. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video where we were testing foundations back to back. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know anything in the comments, what you want to know about the formula, the shades, any information you want about these foundations, I'm happy to give you. Just as a final thought about these, I rarely say this, but I cannot choose. I like every single foundation for different reasons. I had all of these at home, and one day I would wear this. It was just like, oh, a mood, right? I know I'm very spoiled in my job, right? So I get to receive many products, but I also buy a lot, guys, and I consider it like it's a must for my job, right? So I know that people don't have the means to buy different foundations and like have a new one every single day. But what I'm trying to say is that depending on your needs and your preferences, like for example, if you're looking for coverage, something that lasts very well on the skin, if you're looking for that perfect skin, I would go with any of these four, either Dior, Suku, Dcypher, because you could choose your own thing, or Nars. If you want something that is more skin-like, I would go with Phillips, Clarins, Hermes. And that's all I'm going to say. None of these foundations are bad for my skin. And I have combination skin. I can tell you there is not one single foundation out of everything that I've mentioned that I would be like, nah, I don't know if I would wear this again. I'm so enthusiastic about foundations because it's kind of the thing that made me want to start the whole journey of my makeup world. I didn't have good skin, and now I am obsessed with making skin look beautiful. I mean, I don't want to sound arrogant, but I've always been told by my clients that the way I do the skin, not like my own skin, like the way I apply makeup on them and create the complexion, is something that, you know, I get appreciated for the most. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Every single product that I've used, brushes, foundations with their shades, you can find them in the description down below, along with the lip that I already mentioned is from Chanel. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.